Hi again, here is a video where I show you how to manage files or folders using the Github user interface. Now before I continue, you will see that in the managing files or folders branch, and then you can see that at the top left something tells us that we are in the fork of an original repo. So in case you have not visited those lessons, right, you can just quickly pause this video and then go and watch those other videos because I will not be repeating them in this video, just so you know how we got to this point. And together with those videos, when you watch these videos, you'll be able to solve tasks that have been added, right, for you to uh, get even more familiar with these concepts. So, people, I've met with people new to the GitHub user interface, and I see that when it comes to creating new files or creating new files that are inside folders or deleting them, it's kind of hard, you know. So this video will just show you how to do it straight up. And like I said, this video is also useful for the tasks that you would find, yeah, after the series of videos. So to create a file using the GitHub user interface, just look for the add file button somewhere in your fork, or even if it's in your repository anyway, just look for the add file button, and then in the drop down click on create new file. That way you get to this page, right, where you have the name of the repo, and then there's a forward slash followed by an input field where you get to put the name of the file that you want to add. So in my case, I'm going to say that the name of my file is testfile.md. So I'm going to add a simple change there and say simple change, right? Or simple content, whatever. So I click on preview. For me, this is good. I'm going to skip the commit message part. On your own, you can add whatever commit message you want in there. And then I'm going to commit my new file. So you can see that in my test, in the root of my repository, I have the test file.md file in there. So I'm just going to also show you how to create a file that is inside a folder. So how do you even create a folder using the GitHub user interface? You still go through the add file button. So you click on it and then you still click on create new file from the drop down. It will take you to that place where you create the file. And then still in that input field where you get to enter the name of your file, you would type the name of your folder in there first, since this time around we want the file to be inside of a folder. So I'm going to say test folder. That's the name of my folder. And then I'm going to add a forward slash. The moment you add a forward slash, you can see that there is something that indicates that, oh, okay, you can now create a file, but this file will be in the test folder since you specified with that slash that you want it to be in a folder. So the name of my file, still entering it into that input field, I have, or I want file.md, and then I say file as my content. I preview, looks good to me. You can add your own commit message if you like. I'm just going to commit the new file just like that. So if I check the root of my repository while inside the branch, remember you have to still be in this branch so that you don't lose your way. So you see that plus that test file.md, we now have a test folder in there. And if you click on the test folder, you will see the file.md. How to edit is easy. We've done it in previous videos, but I'm just going to revisit it. If you want to edit a particular file, you have to click on the file. So if I click on test file, for example, right, it would take me to a page where I can kind of preview the content, and then on that page I'm going to see an edit button somewhere for the file. So if I had a simple change, for some reason my laptop is loading. Okay, so if I just had a simple change in there and then I preview, okay, this looks good. If you like, add a commit message. For me, I'm just going to quickly commit my change so that I can just quickly move on to the next thing. So you can see that my test file now contains an added content, which is simple change, a simple text. So if you want to delete a file, right, you do the same thing. Click on the file, make sure it takes you to a page where you can kind of preview the content like this. Just click on the delete icon or delete button in there. You can see it says here delete test file.md. If you want to change the commit message, you can do that. I'm just going to commit my changes straight up. Then you can see that when we are back to the root of the repository inside of the managing files or folders branch, our test file is gone. So the same thing, even if the file is in the folder, click on the folder. Don't forget that you need to be on a page where the file you want to edit or something, you can preview it, you can view it. So I'm going to click on my file.md. You can see this page where I can actually see the content. So if I want to delete the file, I just click on the delete button that appears on there. So, but this case, you can do that by yourself, but in this case, I want to delete the entire folder, the entire test folder. So, assuming I'm back to the root of my repository where I can find all my files and folders, I'm just going to click on test folder, and then I want to delete the entire repository. So somewhere around the add file, you find these three dots, this button with three dots on it. So click on it, and then you will see delete directory in a drop down. Click on delete directory and you are good to go. So you can see delete test folder directory in the commit message. If you want to change the commit message, feel free. I'm just going to commit my change because all I want you to see is that it has disappeared, and you can see that there is no longer test folder among our files or folders. So that is how you create files or folders or files inside a folder, and that is how you edit, and that is how you delete files or files inside folder using the Github user interface. So in the next video, I will show you about when to delete the branch that is connected to the pull request that you submit, right? Or when to delete an entire fork.